Well, when doors opened at 7:30 in Arkansas for voting today, there were already lines at many of those voting sites. We spent the morning in Washington County getting a first look at the Election Day turnout. Lines formed quickly at voting sites around Washington County on Election Day morning, with Jennifer Price, director of the County Election Commission, saying in just the first couple of minutes after the polls opened, the county processed more than 200 voters.
There's lines at all of our polling locations, but we're ready and prepared.
Caroline Karowski was the first voter in line at her polling location, Johnson Church of Christ in Springdale.
I got here around 6:35 and the polls open at 7:30. I'm definitely glad that I did it, and I met lovely ladies in line, which made it much more enjoyable.
She said casting her ballot before work was her final option, and it was important to her to make it a priority.
I tried to vote early yesterday at the courthouse before the tornado, and luckily a Good Samaritan told me before I got in there that it was about a 2.5-hour wait. I still wanted to exercise my right to vote, make sure that my vote counted, because that's important everywhere.
Despite a pause as Monday's storms swept through the area, Price tells us the weather didn't slow down early voting numbers.
All day long we knew there was severe weather coming, and all day long there was a line at the courthouse. And so those voters were dedicated. They were really determined to vote. They stayed even with all of the everything going on, the sirens, everybody's phone. That was kind of interesting too. You know, everybody had their phones out, and all of a sudden you could hear the warnings on everybody's phones just kind of going off. But no one left. They stayed and voted.
And that determination to get to the polls continues for many through Election Day.
This is, I believe, my third election to vote in, so I still feel like I'm young enough where I'm still understanding the implications of elections, and I'm getting to that age where what's happening and who's being voted into office is affecting me. So to that point, I think it's a really exciting time to say that you're a part of history, and I want to make sure that I'm exercising my right to vote and making sure that I'm being a part of the changes that I want to see in the government.
Remember, in Arkansas, polls are open today until 7:30 this evening, and in Oklahoma, you have until 7.